Hello there.
What if Yoda ran Palpatine over with his Honda Civic? There is one tiny catch. Since Yoda is small, the Honda Civic has to be small. Alright, let's begin. Yoda was in the most important duel, probably in the galaxy, against Sidious, but he just got hit by lightning, and he knew he probably couldn't beat him one-on-one because of his size, even though he says size matters not, or whatever he says in episode 5. So he ran to get his Honda Civic. Palpatine just laughed and said, "Coward," thinking that he won the fight with ease. Yoda came back with his Honda Civic. It was small because Yoda was small. He couldn't reach the bottom if it was big. So Palpatine simply laughed and said, "Nothing like that could ever beat me." Yoda said, "Judge my Honda Civic by its size, do not." Palpatine shot Force Lightning at the Honda Civic, but Yoda quickly drove away from the lightning. Then Palpatine pulled out his crimson red blade, and he tried to destroy the car, and he said, "If Force Lightning will not work, then this surely will." But Yoda had a plan. He simply drove the car away from Palpatine, and Palpatine kept chasing him. Imagine Palpatine chasing a baby car. All right, that's never gonna get out of my head. Anyway, it went on for 10 minutes. Palpatine was old, and because his face was well, let's just say not the same. He looked like he was over 2,000 years old, but he was like in his 80s, or 60s. Was it 60s or something like that? He was old anyway. He was old, and when Palpatine got tired, Yoda simply laughed and drove over Palpatine's foot. Palpatine was shocked, and he's like, "The dark side's my ally. The dark side's my ally. The dark side's my ally," but Yoda hit him again. Palpatine could not bear this pain. It was horrible, and he cursed the Honda Civic. And Palpatine reminded himself that he's the Dark Lord of the Sith, and he can't be beaten by a small Honda Civic that babies use. But Yoda kept driving on Palpatine's feet, and Palpatine would not accept defeat because he could not die in the hands of a little car. But eventually, the pain was too much, and Palpatine fell to the floor in pain. And Yoda just drove over his body like 5 times, and Palpatine's old, fragile body just broke. Yeah, he had a lot of broken bones and died. Meanwhile, on Mustafar, Anakin was fighting Obi-Wan. Suddenly, he felt something, darkness closing. He felt the darkness just disappearing, and he knew that either Palpatine was hurt or Palpatine was dead, and he knew he had to win this fight. And Anakin wouldn't try something stupid this time because he didn't want the dogmatic Jedi to win, because, well, the Jedi were wrong, I'll say that, but Anakin had no right to kill little younglings. But Anakin was right in questioning the Jedi. He should not have killed younglings, though. Those younglings did not deserve it. Anyway, Anakin didn't try it. And instead, he pushed lava at Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan kept deflecting it. But Obi-Wan was too distracted, and Anakin flipped over and stabbed him in the back. And if Palpatine wasn't dead, he would have tried it because Anakin thought he was super powerful, but he knew this time that the Jedi could not prevail, and he didn't try anything stupid. Now that Obi-Wan was dead, Anakin had grown more powerful. He was almost at his full potential, and he wanted to fight Yoda, but before he could do that, he had to go save Padme. He took her to a medical bay, and she gave birth. And Anakin was shocked. Wow, she didn't die. He was happy. but he knew he had to go kill Yoda, so he went. But Padme was very, very, very disgusted by the man he became. Yoda felt Obi-Wan's death, and he was sad, so he knew Anakin was alive. He decided that he would run Anakin over with his Honda Civic, like he did to Palpatine. But Anakin was young, very young. He wouldn't have fragile bones. Anakin could feel Yoda through the Force, and he was going towards him. Yoda felt this, and he decided to lay a trap. And it involved his Honda Civic. Anakin soon arrived, and Yoda just smiled at him, saying, "Ah, young Skywalker." And then Yoda pulled out his lightsaber, but he realized that his lightsaber was no match. So this is where his Honda Civic got involved. He ran to his Honda Civic, but he knew that Anakin was far stronger and that he couldn't just run Anakin over like Sidious. Yoda customized his Honda Civic so that it could go in space. Don't ask me how, he just customized it. And Anakin went back to his ship to follow Yoda. And Yoda took him to Tatooine. Anakin was angry. He was furious. The sand, it hurt. It was annoying, rough. It was rough. It was coarse, whatever. It was irritating. That's all. That's all Anakin felt. Sand, and Yoda knew this, so he took the opportunity to hit Anakin. Anakin fell over in the sand, and he couldn't stand it. He had to go back to his ship, but before he knew it, Yoda stabbed him with his lightsaber, ending the Sith. And that's it for today.